ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. I just got arrested. Let me get a cup of water and continue with the story about what happened today. Okay, I feel better now. I feel calmer. Let's continue. As I told you, I love my life in Taiwan. Taiwan is a great country and I never think of living in somewhere else. But the life in Taiwan is not only pink, there are darker shades or maybe even blacks in the life. So today, I've been in the darkest spot. Before I tell you about everything, I have to give you some background information so you will know what happened and why things are happening. Some of you know that I moved to a new house not so long time ago. And everything actually didn't start with moving here but accelerated after I moved here. Everybody knows that Taiwan has housing problem. Either you live in a community with security guard or in an apartment building which is slightly older, but it has its advantages. And my idea was living in a place without a security guard is the place is normally bigger than the community. So I like to live in a big place because I'm a big guy, so I have to think about how I feel in the house too. The place we used to live was also a building like this, but we had a lot of issues. We tried to stand because it was large and the rent was quite low. So the first problem with that house was noisy neighbors. There was somebody living just near our house, just outside of our window. I tried to visit him several times. He was quite intimidated with how I look because I'm a big guy, but he didn't stop because he had some mental issues. So we changed our windows. We got noise-proof windows and they're expensive, but we had to make this because we wanted to live in that house. And then in those kind of buildings, of course, there are so many little shops and sometimes Richaudian, so those quick stir-fry places, and people smoke a lot. So I was quite bothered by that. And what happened the last was the last drop before the glass was overflown. A neighbor of us lined us. I will show you the line message. Somebody was on our staircase doing his pleasuring himself in a public place on a staircase which many kids pass every day. This is ridiculous. I have a 3-year-old daughter. There are other babies in the building around the same age. That is ridiculous. Even without any babies, that is also ridiculous. So that was the last time that I said, okay, I can't stand it anymore, and we just found somewhere to move, and this is our new house. But did our problems finish? No, because this is also that kind of problem. The first day we moved here, our neighbor just visited us. Of course, you know those curious neighbors. They try to say something, but they actually don't want to really meet you. They just want to see inside what's going on, because we spend a lot of time painting those walls everywhere and fixing those lights, everything to make it better. But the neighbor asked why we moved here, because we have a kid and this is not a nice place to live, and this is in the middle of the city, by the way. She said there are many people doing drugs around and there are so many illegal things going on around, but it doesn't feel like that. So I didn't really believe, because those are the I thought she was one of those people who exaggerate many things. So I just said okay, and I asked my wife to not to worry because we didn't have any problem. But we had the problem. The second day I came here in the middle of the night because we had to paint the walls. I overheard someone downstairs selling ladies, pimping ladies to somebody, and he was doing his own business without any shame in public. He talked to the lady, asking her time and everything. She wasn't available. He called another lady and she said okay, and then he called the guy saying that he found a nice lady for him and then she's gonna visit her at that time, this time, whatever, what are you gonna do, how's the payment gonna be. And did I say downstairs? There's something happened, and this is how I got arrested. By the way, I'm not sure if you can see the lady. I'm gonna get her. This lady is the best friend someone can ever have. Every time I have problems, she just comes to me, comes next to me, stays next to me, and accompanies me. Thank you, Heidi. By the way, somebody asked me some questions about my cats, and they actually blame me with buying my other cat because it's a kind of rare breed. So if you want me to explain you or tell you the story of my case, please let me know down below. I'm gonna let you know. When I'm getting my water, can you please subscribe and like the video? Thank you, because most of the viewers of my videos are not really subscribed, but they seem like they enjoy, and it would be great to see that subscriber count going up. Thank you everyone. I'm gonna be back very soon. So here's the story why I got arrested. I was just doing my own thing, and all of a sudden doorbell rang. The guy was knocking the door so hard, and I opened the door, and there was another one, but I saw somebody just moved away from the door, so I couldn't really see. So I opened the other door, and he immediately asked me not to move, and his friend from downstairs was shouting, so he just went downstairs and he apologized from me. That was nice. And he immediately went down. They knocked the door downstairs, and turns out that my arrestment was a mistake. Police don't really come and knock on doors without anything happens, right? So there must be something wrong. They knocked the door, many neighbors came around, and that police at my door came up to me and said sorry again, because Taiwanese police, I don't know, I have been to police stations all over the world, not because of those, illegal or stressful issues, but just to get some paper or stuff. But I can simply say that Taiwanese police are great. They're humans, they're super helpful, and they're so nice. So I love Taiwanese police, so I have no hard feelings about him, because he was doing his job, but there was just miscommunication. I love Taiwanese police, there's no problem with that. So it just happened. So I'm telling myself, I'm thinking with you actually, that it's time to move. It's time to move. But of course I'm not gonna leave Taiwan, because I love this country, but I have to move to somewhere more secure. I was thinking of that before this incident happened, but this is the last step. I think that this is the last thing happening, and I can't let this one or something similar to this happen to me or my family. So I'm gonna find a house. Maybe I'm gonna buy, I don't know. I'm gonna find a house in a community, and I'm gonna move. So I would like to pick your brain here. Can you please let me know if it's logical to buy a house or keep paying rent in a community with a security guard? Oh, it's funny, but there's a Turkish idiom that my mom always said, because we had a neighbor. Actually, my family has a history with bad neighbors. We had a neighbor who got crazy, and he was hiding broken glass in somebody's shoes outside the door. Can you imagine that? By the way, the Turkish saying is, bad neighbors help you buy a new house. So this is what happened to me, and actually it's a big relief to share this with you guys, and thank you so much for listening if you are listening until this point. Thanks a lot everyone, and please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Alright everyone, see you next time. Bye bye.